Hi guys, here today we have Huck Finn ready to talk to us about his adventures with Jim.
Well, I'm just glad to be here.
So Huck, let us start off with just a brief explanation of how you and Jim really met prior to all of the adventures.
Well, I'm just a small town boy living in a lonely world. And you see, I met Jim in the jungle back when he was being raised by gorillas and the widow Douglas, their master.
How did you think of Jim as a person when you guys first met? I mean, taking the fact that he was a slave.
Well, at first, I thought he was pretty scary looking, to be honest. Like, quite intimidating, but other than that, he just looked like some old property.
Really? Well, did you feel that Jim was in any way less of a man than you ever were?
Ah! Ma'am? You've got to be kidding me. He wasn't anywhere near equal to me as a man or person.
Oh, ouch. That was a little harsh. But when you ran away, and to my understanding, you later encountered Jim on Jackson Island. How'd you feel when you saw him?
Whoa. Slow your roll, man. I see what you're trying to do here. Well, I was in a tough situation. I mean, I had Pap over there beating my butt and, like, trying to take all my money. I even had to fake my own death to get away from that crazy old man. Yeah, crazy. Although, I guess you could say I was glad to see him, because I was quite young. Yeah, it was nice seeing a familiar face.
Wow, I'm very sorry about your father. You really did go through some rough occurrences, but I assume you got used to being around Jim, and while you were both on the run, how did it feel? Did you enjoy it despite the unfortunate events?
I loved it. All the adrenaline and adventure. 'Twas a good run.
Wow, what an adventure. Okay, well, I see how great of friends you two are now, and it looks to me like father and son type of relationship there. When did you realize Jim wasn't just another piece of property to you? Because from what I've heard, that you tried to turn him in once.
You know, I think I first realized this when we were floating on down the river and just thinking to ourselves. And yeah, there was a point where I wanted to turn Jim in, but it was just because I was scared. You see, I was taught when I grew up that you were supposed to frown upon black people. But until that moment, I realized he was all I had.
But what made you change your mind about turning in Jim? Not just the fact that he was all you had, just...
Well, I wasn't very old, and turning in Jim would have meant that I would have been all by myself. No more best friend without anywhere or anyone to go to. Therefore, I decided not to turn him in.
Well, do you feel like you've matured or grew as a person throughout your experiences and adventures with Jim?
I reckon so, man. I definitely got another outlook on humanity and how it's wrong to have people as slaves and whatnot.
Now, if you could do that all over again, would you?
Oh, you bet your eggs on it, honey. I would, man, without a doubt.
Oh, so we're running out of time. Okay, well then, I guess that's all the time we have, guys. Well, there you have it. Huck Finn himself. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next time on CNN, reporting live. Bye, guys. Yeah?
Ginger. And like that.
Explanation of how you... Oh, don't mind the dog.
Really, nigga? The booty tastes so good. Tasty. Tastes so nutritious. Yummy. Scrumptious. So nutritious. Scrumptious. Yummy.